In a future upcoming video, I talk about the lawn sprinkler system and how I could not locate a weather sensor, and this is what a weather sensor looks like. More specifically, this is what your lawn sprinkler system weather sensor looks like. There it is, inside the fence right here. We're starting because we don't have a gate over here, and I like to travel counterclockwise when I can. And but right here we've got a freeze board that's got a chip in it. It's got a big old hole in it. And right here on the vertical trim board, we got an exposed fastener right there. So moving on along. If I ever see this, I'll just fall down dead. But the manufacturer of the siding, okay, they got this idea that you should have flashing tape underneath these. And I'm not seeing it. Hardy siding is supposed to have flashing tape. How about that? These are called Soffit Vents. That's the air intake vents into your attic. I think I'll put a ladder up here. I'm not going to walk the roof today because my feet are wet. Why? Okay. So moving along. The siding is supposed to have a minimum of a 2-inch gap around it. A minimum of 2 inches. And we don't have that, and that's to keep water from wicking up into it. Oh, this is cement siding, but you don't have to worry about water wicking up into cement siding. Really? Is that true? How come the manufacturer doesn't say that? Why is that? Okay, so we're moving on along. Got vinyl pane windows. These top rails, they don't jam up real good, do they? Couldn't they do something about that? I mean, you plane it or add it or, mill a board that would match something like that. They just had to do it that way. Okay. Hey, no choices, no options. Okay, I guess. Seems like I've seen other ones done differently. Now, right here on this window, vinyl pane windows. Okay, these are weirs. These are weep holes. Weeps. All right, we're missing our weir. We're missing our weir trap right here. We're missing 2 of them on this home. I found 2 of them, and they're very inexpensive. And there's not a financial reason for not, making the window complete. And it will also, we got some gaps right here. It should be sealed a little better, don't you think? I'm asking. I think it should be sealed better. That's inquiring minds. So, but anyway, these weeps, if the wind blows just right, that can play like a flute. So that's what the manufacturer felt like that would be a good thing right there. What is that? Somebody painted over a moth? Okay. Maybe we can get the carcasses out of here. This is the patio door. It doesn't close very good. Look at the play in that. And it's not just because it's missing the weather stripping either. The latch hardly fits in there. Look at that. See these hinges? They were installed inside out. Alright? Inside out. Somebody just pulled the hinges off and pulled the door out. We don't even have a hinge pin here, so it probably wouldn't be that difficult. No, I think I feel it in there. Now I get it. They're not going to take the hinges out and pull the door out. If somebody's going to break into this home, they're just going to smash through a window. Or they're going to kick the front door in. They're probably not going to come around to the back. But that said, all things said, I didn't make these rules. This door is installed backwards. And when it's installed backwards, okay, well, I can't find anything. The threshold is installed properly. Okay. I was getting carried away. I do that. Now when you have these windows, and these are the only windows with the siding, you're supposed to have Z-bar flashing over these windows. Z-bar flashing over the windows. Z-bar flashing over the windows. Missing another weir. Right there. Moving on along. If we were doing a termite inspection, and we're not, I would identify the fence as being conducive by design. Most people want a fence next to their house. Just saying. The plumbing would be conducive by design. Now, speaking of weeps, these are weeps right here around the foundation perimeter. Alright, weeps are important. Weeps are good. Okay? Brick is a very good building material. This home can burn down and you can reuse the brick. It's fireproof. It's a good insulator for sound and insulation. But one characteristic about brick is it's porous, and water actually does go through it. We have a drainage plan. It's supposed to. I can't see behind there, but there should have been a drainage plan installed behind here that allows any moisture, keeps it from getting into the home. And then these weeps allow the moisture to leave. You're probably not going to see any water coming out. It's going to be water vapor. But, you can see water if there's an event. I've seen a few events. I hope you don't, but if there's an event, it will leak. Now, you see this much wall? We're in North Texas. This is going to move. There's just no doubt about it. It's going to move. So we have these control joints. It's just like the control joints you see out there in the street. So we got these control joints right here. So every year or so, you want to come out here and make sure that all this sealant hasn't dried and shrunken and pulled away. This is your secondary drain line, your overflow. Okay, the home faces east. Alright, so this is the south side of the home. This is the second bedroom. Alright, the west bedroom. And that window, when you see water coming out of that, you know that you have a problem with your air conditioning system and you need to call an air conditioning unit. It's supposed to drain into the sewer of the house. That's your donut tire on your spare. Okay, more control joints. Moving on along. Wood mulch next to the house. That's conducive to wood destroying insects. Where do termites live? In the ground. Where? We got some whistling going on. Your neighbor needs a brake job. Where do termites live? In the ground. What do they eat? Dead wood. What's wood mulch? Dead wood in the ground next to your house. Just saying. It's called a clue. Moving on along. A tree should not be closer to the structure than 25 feet. This tree shouldn't be closer to the structure than 25 feet. Now, you don't got a lot of front yard. You're probably not going to move it. In fact, the homeowners association probably says that you have to have at least this tree, and they might say you have to have no fewer than 2 trees or something like that. Am I seeing something like that? No, I'm seeing 1 tree in every yard. This guy's probably here to stay. And it's a nice tree. This guy's probably, I don't know. It's up to you. You and the HOA. Coming along, high soil. Okay? You're supposed to have no less than 6 inches. Really, all I want to see is 3 or 4 inches between the soil and the brick. You're not supposed to cover up your foundation perimeter. Alright? This is a clean out for your laundry connections. Okay, and that hole should be sealed up better. We don't water, as coarse as brick is, we still don't want water pouring in through open holes like that. Right here, we should have kick-out flashing so that the water doesn't just dribble off right next to the house. It kind of kicks it out towards this flower bed where the high soil is. Weep holes, looking good. This is not an air conditioning vent. This is a Soffit vent. Alright, that's a good thing. It's a Soffit vent. It's for your attic. Your attic is ventilated. Okay, we've got some exposed bandboard here. You think that should be painted? I think it should be painted. I think it should be painted. Moving on along, we should have kick-out flashing, especially here, to keep water from draining down the side of the brick right here to keep it farther out. It'd be nice if you had rain gutters, and if you don't have rain gutters, you should at least have kick-out flashing there. And they're, well, we got a little chip fascia board right here too. Okay. Moving on along. In an upcoming video, the same one where I started, where I was talking about the weather sensor. Okay. This is the